Chronic stress induces a state of constant high alert in an individual. This sustained state leads to the continuous elevation of cortisol and adrenaline levels in the brain. These hormones create a persistent chemical environment within the brain. Over time, this sustained chemical exposure triggers significant neural adaptations. These adaptations fundamentally alter the brain's normal functioning and structure. The brain's response to stress becomes rewired, impacting cognitive and emotional processes. Chronic stress significantly impacts brain structure and function. The prefrontal cortex, vital for logical thought and executive functions, is particularly vulnerable. Sustained stress can lead to a physical shrinking of the prefrontal cortex. Concurrently, the amygdala, the brain's primary fear center, undergoes changes. Chronic stress causes the amygdala to enlarge and become more sensitive to perceived threats. These alterations contribute to impaired cognitive control and heightened fear responses. The nervous system can become conditioned to specific states and perceptions. It may associate a state of busy or high activity with a sense of safety. Conversely, stillness or calm can be perceived as a potential danger. This conditioning is a direct result of the brain's adaptation processes. Such adaptations often occur in response to prolonged periods of chronic stress. When individuals attempt relaxing activities like meditation, the brain can trigger a withdrawal response. This occurs because the brain is accustomed to the chemical spikes associated with stress. The brain interprets relaxation as a deviation from its normal high-alert state. Consequently, it seeks to return to this familiar, stress-induced physiological baseline. Scientific research reveals a significant link between chronic stress and the body's physiological responses. Chronic stress establishes a feedback loop within the body's intricate systems. The body becomes accustomed to the chemical rush, including cortisol, produced during stressful situations. This adaptation can lead to a subconscious craving for the familiar physiological state induced by stress. Consequently, the system may inadvertently create new problems or perceive situations as more stressful. This behavior serves to elicit the accustomed cortisol response, perpetuating the stress cycle. The inability to relax is often perceived as a personal failing or a lack of discipline. However, this perception overlooks a crucial underlying factor: biological dependency. The human brain can become rewired to operate optimally under conditions of stress. This rewiring creates a dependency, where the brain thrives on the heightened activity and chemicals associated with stress. Consequently, transitioning from a stressed state to one of peace becomes inherently challenging. Overcoming this biological dependency requires targeted intervention and conscious effort. Breaking the cycle of stress addiction requires retraining the nervous system. Initiating micro-calm sessions is a key strategy for this retraining process. Brief periods, such as 60 seconds of deep breathing, serve as effective micro-calm sessions. These sessions demonstrate to the amygdala that stillness is not a threat, reconditioning the brain.